Good afternoon everyone. Today we are going to discuss about computer numerical control machines. In the previous slides we have discussed about the G codes. The G codes mainly it can be used to movement of the tools over here. So what are all the operations it takes place, everything it will be mentioned with the help of the G codes. So comes into the next one, the M codes. M codes is also called it as miscellaneous codes. So it will be used other than the tool mount. What are all the other functions that will be takes place in the CNC machine, that will be mentioned with the help of the M codes. So usually it is used to coolant on, coolant off, spindle on, off, door close, off, and spindle rotation, and as well as check on, off. So for those purpose these M codes will be used over here. And one more point we have to remember over in the G codes and M codes, it may be differs from different softwares and also differ from the companies according to their own own function. They may be changed over the G codes and M codes. Okay, so these are all the codes commonly used over in the educational purposes. So first, M00, the program stop. So this is the temporary stop the machine. So for that purpose this program stop it can be used. So for we are going to temporarily stop means to remove the chips and checking the machine. So for that we are going to temporarily stop the machine. So for that you can use the M00 code. Then comes into the next one, M01, it is optional stop. It is also similar to same like as a program stop. Here also temporarily stop the tool, but the program stop will be every cycle we are going to stop with the use of program stop, but optional stop every movement of the tool we are going to stop the optional stop. So with the use of that we are going to check the dimensions of the work pieces for to achieve the required dimensions. And also with the use of these things we are going to check the tool insert sharpness. Okay, so for that also this optional stop will be used over here. Then comes into the program end. That means M02 command means it a program has to be finished over there. So with that the program has to be finished. That means we have to remember the operation has to be over, one complete component has to be produced over there. Then only the program end has to be given over near. Then comes into the M03 spindle rotation in clockwise direction. Suppose we want to rotate the spindle rotation in the clockwise direction, we have to use the M03 command. In the some of the operation we have to use, some of the operations we have to use the uh, counterclockwise direction. So those times we have to use the M04 command. Then comes into the next one, spindle stop M05. So while stopping the spindle speed, spindle rotation, we can use the M05. So usually it has to give the after end of the operation. So the spindle stop going to stop, and also the spindle will be going to stop on the program stop as well as optional stop. So those times also the spindle should be stopped. But M05 if you are given means permanently the spindle has to be stop over here. So that permanently want to stop means you have to use the M05 command. Then comes into the M06 tool selection. In some of the CNC machines the tool accommodation it may be some 8, it may be there, or some of the CNC machines the tool library here library is available. So from there they are going to select the tool. So the tool selection will be made up of with the help of M06 command. So if you are given a single point cutting tool means it has to go on take the single point cutting tool. So that means that number of slots position are placed in the tool post. In those things we have to mention over in the tool selection. Then comes into the M08 coolant on. So normally in the all the CNC machines it will be perform in the faster rate, so that for every operation it required coolant. So for that you can use the command is the M08. Almost all the CNC operation, and also once the check door is closed, then the coolant will be supplied over here, and also it will not splashes outside while closing of the door. That is also one of the advantages of CNC machines. Then comes into the M09, it is coolant off. Then M10, check open. That means that while check is opening, we can fix the workpiece or we can remove the workpiece. So, and also suppose if you want to going to fix the workpiece with manually or with automatically also it's possible. And this is the use of M10 command. Then comes into the M11, check will be closed. That means workpiece is rigidly fixed over in the check. So from that it is ready to start the operations. So that is the use of the M11 command, that is check close. Then comes into the M38, door open. So once you want to remove the workpiece or you want to clean the uh, machine, so or remove the chips, so for those times door open the door, use of M38 command, and we have to clean it. So once the door open, the whatever operation is going on, that will be stopped. Once the door will be closed, then only the operation will be takes place in the CNC machines. For door close, the command will be the M39. That is the use of, that is M38 and M39 command. And one more thing, M30, program in and reset to start. Usually the CNC machine used for in the mass production system. So for those times what happens, we are going to stop the we are not going to stop the program at single operation. It requires for multiple operations. Those times you can give the M30 command. That means once the program will be ended, again it will be move on to the top of the program. Then again it will be continually the process will be takes place with the use of this M30 command. That means the program, it will begin again, it is ready to start the new operation. So that is the meaning of M30 command. And M98, subprogram call. Suppose if some of the profile, it will be a mirror extent or a copy is available, so those times you can use this subprogram call. That means for we are going to make the program for only one particular profile, that we can make mirror with the use of this subprogram call. Okay, so once after that the again it will be goes. So once the subprogram call means it will be goes to the main program, again the whatever the activity takes place, it will be perform it again. If you are given M99 subprogram n, so the program will be entered, again it will be goes to the next line. That is the meaning of here M98 and M99. So this is the M codes.